Today we're here with Harbingers Magazine. My name is Zosia Dudzic and this is Basia Karsznia. And we're here with casting director
In the making.
in the making, Klementyna Szymanska. And also, if you hear any noises, this is not her. This is her daughter, who's actually also here with us, sitting on her lap. So, hello to both of you.
Hi.
So tell us, do you ever step outside of your role as a casting director, or are you now scanning our faces and thinking where we would fit?
To be honest, the second. the second answer, especially because I used to work with a lot of young people and a lot of actors who don't have actually acting experience or acting training. So I always have this. It's always switched on. So I always scan the faces, thinking, even not consciously but subconsciously, like maybe this is someone who has potential.
And what do you look for in people? Is it like the character, the appearance?
It's hard to pinpoint, but generally speaking, some kind of charisma, and it's kind of quality that's hard to describe on the first sight. It's just something that catches your attention. It might be something that the way someone squints when looking at things, or I don't know, but this is basically I believe that you can see character on people's faces. It's not about beauty, but it's about some kind sorry about that.
No problem.
About some distinctive features that are a manifestation of one's personality.
So you do have some instincts that this person is going to be the best for the role.
Well, yeah, to some extent, yes, but those instincts aren't always right. So that's why you need casting to verify all that. But yeah, and also I have to mention that I'm a casting director in the making, because I don't have big experience, because I've been working a lot as a casting assistant or a casting associate. I'm sorry, is it? Can you hear everything I'm saying properly?
I think that if you want, we can always.
No,
take her
it's
break.
fine. She will. She's just tired. Maybe she will fall asleep. Yeah. So I'm not at the point in my career when I can say like I'm a full-on casting director. No. This is a process, and I think I can say that I'm gonna have my feature film in the nearest future. But I'm not an established casting director yet, so you know I cannot speak from the point of like super authority. So yeah.
What makes you feel like you want to be a casting director?
Well, it's not like I decided that, well, this is the career path for me and I want to do it. It was a series of good coincidences. I was always tied up with the world of film professionally, and I always just got different jobs on the movie set or around in the film industry, and I was looking for my path. And as I said, it was a series of coincidences, and at some point I was just noticed by a casting director who invited me to work with her. So it was Paulina Krajnik. Pozdrawiam bardzo mocno. It's an amazing thing to have a mentor in this industry, someone who's done it before and who can show how to do it properly, and also have the empathy and show you how to work with people and how to conduct the casting, because it's not like you don't invite people to just say out the lines that they memorized before. It's a meeting and a conversation, and it's always it's a very creative process that happens. So I was lucky to have met Paulina on my way, and yeah, I learned a lot from her.
And is there anything in particular that really resonated with you that you feel is very important that she taught you?
Well, every casting director has slightly different style, and what I really like and appreciate about the way Paulina works is that it's always a meeting between two people first, and actor and casting director second. So I find it the most important to always make the actor feel comfortable, not judged, because it's not about judgment. It's about trying to fit different elements, to match different elements, and to create the kind of creative energy in the room, so that everyone can bring up what's the best about themselves and their acting. So the most important thing is to create safe and comfortable conditions, and because casting is never about judgment, because it's normally people who don't know much about film industry or anything. It's usually in Hollywood movies where casting is depicted, like in the La La Land, for example. These are the short cuts where you can get an impression that casting is just a room of people judging anyone who enters the stage, and it's totally the opposite in real life.
So how would you say the process really looks like? Because as you said, this is always what I imagine, that there is just somebody stepping into the room, saying some lines, and then they're saying you got the role, you didn't, and how does it actually look like?
Well, it's always it's you don't always have the perfect conditions, the perfect amount of time, because it requires time. So it's often imperfect, but in the ideal world, the casting looks like this: that the script or parts of it are sent to the actor via the agency. And later on, the casting director can, but doesn't have to, talk to the actor before the meeting, explaining what we are looking for in this particular character, what qualities we want to see in the character, and then there is the meeting, the casting. And the casting director and the actor or actors talk first of all. They have to meet and talk about the context of the scene, because it's often just one scene taken out from the script, and if you don't know the context, what's before and what's going to happen afterwards, you don't. You can take a wild guess what emotions the character goes through, but so you always have to talk and explain what the situation is, and then then the actors can filter it through his or her own experience, and then we record the scene and see what can be, because usually the first take is like a rehearsal, and then we talk about some elements that can be changed, and the casting director can nudge the actor in the right direction, like maybe for example, less anger but more vulnerability in this, and so this is our role, and usually we talk with the director before, so that we should know what the director is looking for, because the lines are just the lines, and if the director has a picture in his head that the character has to be very very neurotic, for example, we have to tell it to the actor so that he can use those remarks in a way. And then so a couple of meetings with different actors take place, and if sometimes it's enough, but sometimes we need more meetings, especially for the main roles, and especially in moments in films where we are looking for family members, like brothers or mother and daughter, or a romantic couple. We also do chemistry tests, so that the actors have to meet before, and we have to check if they are really believable as a couple who is in a romantic relationship, for example, because sometimes they can look perfect on paper or separately, but then when they meet, something just doesn't click because of the actors' very different personalities. So we have to check that as well. And what's really important is that there is no such thing as a failed casting, in a way, because it's not, you don't win the role, because it's not a competition. Casting is not a competition, because usually people think that so the best one, like in a race, but it's not at all a race, because it's not about whose acting was the best. I mean, obviously there are brilliant actors, and then there are average actors, but it's not really about that. It's about the person who brings the character to life in a most believable way, and that's why casting is also an extremely creative process, because not always, but in most cases. And I can say that, like, with full responsibility, I'd say that in most cases, the director doesn't know what he or she is looking for until they see different versions of the characters during the casting process. So casting is also very important for the director, to see in which direction they want to develop the characters.
And has there ever been a situation that a person surprised you so much at an audition that you decided to change the role a little to fit this? Maybe they quite didn't meet the requirements for the appearance, but
not me, because it's not up to me. But it happens all the time. It happens really all the time, that there are some cases where the actor looks like a fantastic idea on paper, and it's like the director says, casting is just a formality. It's just, I know that it's he or she who's gonna play the character, but let's just check a couple other options, and then something magical happens during the casting process, and there are things discovered about the characters, the like new layers of the script that are surprising for the director, and then she or he chooses to pursue this new direction.
So how often do you have the situation when you don't know who to choose? Like, for example, there are two people and two of them are really, really great, and you just don't know what to do.
Again, it's not up to me, but it also happens all the time. And I would say that this situation is way more often than the other way around, that there is no good actor, that something's missing. It's very often that the actors who come to an audition offer two so extremely different but also brilliant versions of the story, that it's quite a conundrum for the director to choose, because this is especially when we talk about the main roles, because even now, if you think of movies that already exist, if you imagine a different actor in the main role, it's a totally different story. So
That's true.
That's right. Even watching some adaptations of movies, different adaptation, and the story feels completely different with different actors. But you also mentioned that you have always had a connection with the acting world. So is it like since you were a child, were you acting and going to like some drama classes and?
I really enjoyed performance as a kid. That's true. I never went to drama classes, but whenever there was a school play, I was in. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. And then later, I went into directing, also school plays. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. All the creative energy that you when you bring something to life, that's amazing. But I never had enough courage to pursue this path and to go to film school and to be a director. And I'm not sure if I would be any good at it, to be honest. But the casting process is a good place to fulfill this kind of needs. And you know, the role is called casting director. The director part is there for a reason, because you really have to direct. And even if it's like a meeting where nobody sees the effects of the work that you do there, except for a very narrow group of people, like director, producer, and so on. But you have this creative energy that it's usually the director doesn't participate in the casting process until the very last stage. It's I like the casting process because I can step in director's shoes and be the director for a moment in very safe conditions.
Yeah.
Because we create the scene, we bring the characters to life for those short moments. We work a lot with emotions, with all the possible interpretations of the text that's in front of us, and but again, these are the safe conditions that we can play the director, but then we omit the tricky part, which is being judged by the audience. So yeah, it's fun. It's really fun.
So is there any project that you like assisted with that you're especially proud of, that you watched the movie and you were like, wow, we did a really good job casting those people, and they
yeah, the biggest and most important movie that I was part of, and part of like a tiny little break in the whole system, was the Greenborder by Agnieszka Holland. And it was this movie is extraordinary for so many reasons, and there was an amazing atmosphere, because I think every member of the staff knew that we are creating something special, and it was very, very low budget, very so we all knew that it's not the movie isn't being made for profit or for some artistic recognition, but for something bigger. And it was very fulfilling and also difficult, because the topic is very heavy, and we had to get so close to such difficult personal histories of the characters in the movie. And also, we were casting people who had real life migration experience. So it was very challenging, but very it was
rewarding.
It was something else, and I doubt that I will be able to repeat this experience in a lifetime, because it was simply very, very special.
And do you have any, like, now that you're starting, like as you said, casting director in making, so you're starting your career, and is there any particular movie or book or anything that you would really like to make adaptation of?
It's not like, because if you ask this question if you ask a director this question, it's a different kind of, because it's up to them, like the director or a screenwriter, or in my case the work comes to me. It's not like I think of the movie that I would like to cast and then it appears. So but what I really, really enjoy is casting roles of young people and discovering new talents, because obviously there are some huge names who are brilliant actors, and even recently I saw a very funny meme with Tomasz Szuchart about, because he basically plays in every other movie this season, and so maybe I'm not gonna mention it because it has a curse word anyway. So there are the big names that are like maybe the director says, yeah, this is this guy, this is a no-brainer, just like let's just take Dorociński for the role, and the movie is gonna be great, but well, not necessarily, but his acting. So that's you can put your name on it, but there is something so exciting about discovering new talents and giving chances to actors who are not yet discovered. That it's very rewarding in a way, and also there are so many young actors, so many actors in general, but also so many young actors who really hope for this wonderful roles and big career and the recognition, and giving them a chance to prove themselves on a during the casting process. It's amazing. So yeah, if answering your question, if there is a movie that I would like to cast, especially, is probably some story with young characters who have to be casted by people who are not yet established actors.
Did you have a situation in which there were one actor that was already popular and the other that wasn't known yet, and you felt like this unknown actor would be better for this role, but still the director of the movie wanted the popular one to be in the cast?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, unfortunately, this happens too, especially with commercial movies which are created just to make money. So yeah, this is always a problem, because it's a gamble. If you cast an actor that is not yet well known, he or she won't work like a magnet for the audience. That's one thing, but also if you cast someone who hasn't been verified in a way in a big role before, you also don't have the certainty if he or she will be able to create the character that is believable and complex.
So has there ever been a situation that at first you or the person supervising you thought that the person would be suitable for the role, and then we started recording and it turns out it's not really the choice?
Well, there are, I think, yes, but so we are talking about disappointment.
Maybe a little, but also how do you cope with those situations? Do you give them more time to prepare or give some advices, or has there ever been a situation that they have been replaced?
Yeah, once the role is casted, we as casting directors, we don't participate anymore in the process and in the communication. So once the actor is casted, it's the production that talks to him about any issues, and the director that has to deal with this. But this is also the casting director's responsibility in a way, because of course it's not like we don't make decisions. We can nudge nudge the director in the right direction. But it's not up to us at the end of the day. But if the director makes a choice and then is not satisfied with it, it probably means that there was something missing. So these are always very difficult situations, cause actors always are not always, but very often are very sensitive. So when you come for a casting and then get the role and start preparing, you give a part of yourself, of your sensitivity. You share very intimate parts of yourself, all the emotions, the good ones and the bad ones. So it's actor gives a lot from the very, very core of his being. And then when someone comes and says, no, we made a mistake, this isn't right, it's very hurtful. So in such situations we have to be therapists too, in a way, to manage the very hard emotions that often accompany this kind of situations.
So do you have any maybe advice for any young people who are trying to start their career in the acting world, and what should they do to?
First is take every chance that you get, cause it's the role doesn't come to you. You have to create opportunity for luck to appear. So the lucky ones aren't those who just said, someone came and you are good, come with us. The lucky ones are those who really didn't stop trying. So go to any casting that comes up and really prepare for every casting, like it's the really important thing. And also do not treat roles that you didn't get as your personal failure, because it's not. It's if you go to a casting and don't get the role, it not always means that it doesn't always mean that someone was better as a person, because it's never the case. But there are so many factors, like maybe someone was more similar to the actress already casted in the role of the mother, so they were looking not only for the best acting but also for some physical similarity. So there are so many factors that actors are not aware of, that they really cannot. I know that it's easy to say and harder to do, but really they cannot treat those like personal failures, because it's gonna distract them. And yeah.
Is it always like that you firstly cast the person that has a main role and then some other roles? Or?
Yes. Quite often, because usually the main role determines the whole constellation of characters, but sometimes it's the other way around.
Okay.
There is no rule.
Okay.
It's often the main role first, because for the logistics, because if you have the main role, the main character who has the most shooting days, the most shooting days, and then you have their availability, so you can pick the right?
Okay.
The fixed dates that when the shooting has to be done, and then you just pick the actors who are available during those days. So I think this is very often the reason why the main actor is casted first. But not always. As I said, there is no rule.
Okay.
So how long does such process usually, how much time does it take to cast all the roles? Because it sounds really difficult to find the person you imagined in your head.
Yeah, it also depends.
Yeah.
There is no rule.
Okay.
It depends on the project, because sometimes there are these huge productions with hundreds of characters, but sometimes these are very small movies where there is just, the whole action takes place between 5 people, let's say. So again, it's very different style of working. And sometimes there is a lot of time because the production is planned for next year, or is still in the process of finding funds. But sometimes it's like, we got the money, we are starting next month, and we have to do everything right now. So sorry. So again, there is no rule.
Okay. Well, I've heard many people say that, and I've always wondered: is it true that young people are like, it's easier for them to become an actor than for older people? Like when there's a child that has no experience yet, and when there's an adult who, well, has some experience but not professional. Like, does this mean that for this adult it would be harder to get a role than for a kid who hasn't any experience?
Well, yes, in a way, because among kids there are no trained actors. There are kids who have more experience than the others, but basically it's not like we have kids with acting degrees So yeah, that's definitely true. And but are you talking about adults who don't have professional training and would like to get into the film industry, or adults who are trained actors?
I would say that actually both cases, because there are some trained actors that still hasn't got any professional movies, or weren't in any productions, but there are also some people who would like to become actors but don't have any experience. So how is it for them?
Adults who would like to get into the film industry but don't have any experience, it's hard, because there are a lot of other people, established actors or people with a professional training who already have some portfolio and are just safer to cast for the production, unless there's someone who is very characteristic, like has some features that are very rare and hard to find among real actors, or would require a lot of makeup and to create on screen. So it depends. But yeah, in general, it's hard. It's hard because to get a role as an adult, you have to get the invitation for audition first, and to get this, you have to be noticed somewhere by someone, and if you don't have the acting experience, you have nothing to show. So it's not easy.
Okay.
Although not impossible. because there are always some coincidences, lucky coincidences.
So you're working as you will be working as a casting director mainly in the movies, not in theaters, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever considered like working in theaters also?
As a casting director?
Yeah.
No, not really. Because I believe that the process looks very differently in a theater. And usually if you... Hi. It's movie world that is more exciting for me.
Okay.
And there is also more variety of topics. And
So what would you say that is the most rewarding part? Is it helping young people start their career and finding their, discovering their skills and opportunities?
Yes. But also there is something really exciting about a good audition. If you invite actors in and work with them for a while and prepare a really good scene and then record it, and you have this tape from the audition that you can show it to the director and the producer, and you see that it's good, that it's really brilliant. This is super rewarding. It's like knowing that we have something brilliant here. There is the spark in this actor. This is amazing, and but the creative process, it's super exciting, I think.
Okay, so your job sounds really interesting, and
It does,
it really seems like a creative thing, and you seem to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for your time. We wish you all the very best now that you're starting your career.
Thank you. Thank
you.
you for the invitation.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we are encouraging you to follow Harbingers Magazine on Instagram and see some more podcasts.